I'm Jack, and this is my review of the Fanatec Clubsport SQ shifter. So first I'm gonna go over first thoughts and what I thought about it out of the box, right? So out of the box, I used to have a Thrustmaster shifter till that broke, and soon I want to get a full Fanatec setup. So I thought this would be like a perfect opportunity, so I wouldn't have to buy that shifter and then buy this one, because I really like this. And I'll go over the reasons why I really like it in a second. Getting it out of the box, this thing is one of the highest quality feeling things that I've ever purchased. And I'd purchased the handbrake, but for some reason the handbrake, it just didn't seem to be worth $150 because it really just does one purpose. And at the time it was really the only commercial handbrake out, so this shifter is a 7-speed plus reverse, so you got first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and then if you push down, go to the right and up, you got 7th gear, and vice versa for reverse, push down all the way to the left and up, which is something I really don't like, because sometimes, if you're trying to go to reverse to first really fast, it kind of gets caught up. And 7th gear, I do not like that you have to push it down, because if I'm driving like a 7-speed Corvette or something, it's kind of annoying because, I don't know, I kind of get why they put that lock out there, because, most cars, there's only a handful of manual cars that are 7-speed, so I kind of understand that. It'll be a nice feature to see, on the Thrustmaster shifter. So from the factory, this shifter comes with 2 shift knobs if you get the SQ version. It comes with this one shift knob, this a long, almost like an automatic shifter. This is gonna focus, maybe, block my face. Yep, and it's kind of like a long automatic shifter, but it's really for the sequential mode, which I'll show you all of that in a second. And the second one is the one that comes pre-installed, and it is the rounded manual shifter, just like in a standard car. So both of them have a standard thread. You can screw them on and off. So if you notice on the side of the shifter, it kind of has something similar to heat sinks, but it does not actually serve that purpose for heat sinks, since this thing doesn't really generate any heat. It doesn't have an electric motor or anything like that. It's actually for bolting on attachments. On one side you can bolt on your handbrake, which I've already got my handbrake mounted to my rig when I had the Thrustmaster shifter. And as you can see, this is a desk clamp. I don't use it for my desk, I use it for my simulator, just because it'll be a more realistic position to have the table clamp. So now let's talk about sequential mode versus H-pattern mode and how you change between them. So if you look on the side, there's this little thing that says 8 for 8 speed, 1 through 7 plus reverse, that's 8 speeds. And then SEQ, which stands for sequential, so if you just move it, it will, or you have to be in neutral because it doesn't move back and forth. And so then you can just go like this. It's much more easy on a rig where it's not moving around. So now let's go over some pros and cons of the shifter. Pros, number 1, first off the bat, is the build quality. This thing, honestly, is one of the highest quality, best made equipment for sim racing. Honestly, if I had a Leo Bodner wheel, which is direct drive, I'd probably still have this, because this thing is awesome. So all the reviews that I've looked at does not compare it to a real car transmission, but honestly, this is comparable to a real car transmission in the stiffness. In my Thrustmaster, you couldn't really tell any resistance put into gear like you would in a real car. And I know it has a little Allen wrench similar to this, but this one, it actually adjusts the stiffness, and that one, it kind of just doesn't really work. And this one, I gotta give it to Fanatec. As well as its pros, it always has its cons. And one of the cons I really did not like, if you're in gear, it's just a very little bit, it's noticeable on the simulator, when it's all mounted, there's a little bit of wobble. But my number 1 kind of gripe with this thing is the shift knob. Now, you can't feel it when you're shifting or just resting your hand on it, but if you're just messing around with it, there's this little bit of wobble, and it's so annoying, like, but it's not the end of the world. So now, let's get on to testing it. Okay guys, so right now we're about to test it. We are in BeamNG Drive now. The reason we're in BeamNG Drive, not iRacing, is because, well, iRacing, if you don't know, iRacing requires internet, and well, my internet is down now, so we're just gonna, oh crap. So, I don't normally drift with the B button as my handbrake, but this handbrake right here, the Fanatec one, doesn't really work because, well, the USB adapter. So, I need a USB adapter to work with it, and I have one for my handbrake. Gosh, I'm trash today, probably just because I'm in front of the camera, but and I have to commentate, so I'm just gonna, heck yeah, just go right here. Oh crap. Just tabbed it. Also, ignore the horrible graphics because I have like a Dell all-in-one PC. Soon, hopefully, upgraded to a PC, like an actual good one for gaming. Okay, let's go up here and then. Gosh, I needed a little bit of E right there. Hopefully you can see a little bit of my hands as well. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. Oh gosh. Overcooked it a little bit there. As Taylor race is. Oh yep, overcooked it a little bit too much. Whatever. Yeah, no tire smoke because sometimes it just doesn't do it. I think that's because I have my graphics sometimes, like, they don't do it because my graphics are turned down to the lowest settings. Rip it. Yeah, it freezes like that sometimes. Oh, okay, yep. Are you gonna work? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, shooting flames. Let's go. This force feedback feels really weird compared to the Grand Marshal. Gosh. This thing doesn't have a lot of low-end power. Yeah, obviously because it's, yeah, this car handles so much different. Gosh, this is almost undrivable because I've been driving that Grand Marshal for so long. Handbrake entry. So what I want to try now is the Hirochi Presu, which is pretty much a Supra. 1320 Garage Drifter. I built that one, but I haven't really driven it. So let's just do Street Drift one if I can find it. It is Street Drift. It's like the tamed one, and we're gonna get it in gray, silver. Now replace current. Oh my gosh, my pedals are coming apart. Crap. That is fabulous. Oh, they broke. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep. Got this 2JZ, mate. Let's pop open this good. It's nice. Oh gosh, yep. Oh yeah, look at that perfectly modeled 2JZ. Okay, let's go. Right hand drive, of course, because all good supers. So what? How many? 626 horsepower. Don't expect me to do good, but look at that angle. So I might take that back because angle will save you when it comes to drifting. Heck yeah. Okay, if that grass. Oh crap, my throttle got stuck totally. Yeah, that's what happened. My throttle got stuck. That's why it was so bad.